Well, I think any time that the court has taken the stance that they can tax any which part of it, I think anything is on the table. And that's what we have to stand up for. And I also want to reiterate from Sandy, what this country is hanging by is a freshman class in what I thought was the Supreme Court. Now we know about the Supreme Court, so you got a freshman class holding this thing together. Pay attention, folks, pay attention.
All right, Tiffany?
I actually wanted to bring something in. You know, the Constitution was written for the people and by the people, and no matter who we send to Congress, it can only be restored by the people. And unfortunately, walking the halls of Congress that I've been doing over the last year, I found that some of the people that we think are on our side, as they walk those halls of Congress, they're thinking, you know what, should I compromise here to get this political chit, which is a political favor? And often they will fall to that because these people who've been here for 30 and 40 years have set up a system that is so corrupt that in order to survive, you have to make sacrifices. Well, guess what? The Tea Party doesn't want you to make sacrifices anymore, and we're willing to stand up and support you. And what we want you to do, and I have asked many members of Congress, and many have signed up, is I want every member of Congress to hang one of these. A Don't Tread on Me flag or a Don't Tread on Me banner, and I will award it to any member of Congress who wants to hang this in their hallway. And as those members are walking the halls and they're teetering on the fence, they'll look at that banner and they know that we can support them. Because we are working hard to create our own power, and I'm telling you, we've got the people behind us. So forget about all those favors, forget about the power you're trying to amass in Congress. You amass the power with the people, and you will not lose.
Thank you.
But what I got to also tell you is we're a divided nation. And what we have to do is we have to have a strategy to work back. Because tomorrow the Constitution will not be restored in its full intent. We have to have a strategy in which to work back those privileges. For too long, we allowed our freedoms and liberties to be taken advantage of, and we never spoke up.
That's right.
And so what there has to be is there has to be some type of an idea of where you go and how you do that. Because you've got a half of America that's not going along with you. And that's why I always will tell you, one of the biggest powers is restoring the family. One of the things that America was great was we are the greatest storytelling people of all time. And what we need to do is we need to have grandparents restore their ability within the households. Explain to why America was so great, where it became, and embrace trying to get our youth. Those are the keys that we're going to have to do. But you're going to have a strategy. Folks, be careful what you tread here. Because if all you're going to do is stand just for the Constitution and then nothing less, you will lose. We have to have the Constitution, but a plan to get back.
Okay, why would they lose if they stood for the Constitution?
Because not
It's
everybody,
too far to go?
Not everybody believes in the Constitution. You have 50% of the people. That's why you see.
You think
such a debate.
50% of the people don't believe in the Constitution?
They don't believe in personal rights.
They don't. But that's why you have to instill this and
But
have
you
a strategy.
cannot
back there.
abandon the Constitution.
can't.
You cannot, and you
It never
cannot
was said.
compromise the Constitution, and you have to put the Constitution first. It is the supreme law of the land. There is no compromising the Constitution. That is why we are where we are. Because we've had a House that's thought that we can compromise the Constitution and its principles to get us some security, and people are not standing for the liberty, and now we've traded liberty for something that is temporary, a security, and now we're at the position where we're fighting for it back because we have not put liberty first. We have not put the Constitution first. We cannot equivocate. We cannot set aside the Constitution because we have a segment of the population that doesn't care or is ignorant about it. That's their problem. And as people who have taken an oath to support and defend the Constitution, that's what must be first.
Let me get Stephanie in there.
Chris Ann's absolutely right. The fact of the matter is that we are already slaves. Now, I don't care if 50% of the people are content
That's
with
a
being
big word,
slaves,
Stephanie,
but I
slave?
am not. Absolutely.
Okay, what's your definition
The
then?
government has taken away all 5 planks of the First Amendment. I can't speak freely. My church cannot preach freely. Every single one of the 5 planks of the First Amendment is gone. The 9th Amendment is gone. The 10th Amendment is gone. It's not just Obamacare. It is the constant barrage, the theft of our liberties.
The
If
Fourth
you
Amendment,
have
Fifth
no
Amendment, Sixth
liberty,
Amendment.
you have no individual sovereignty. And if you cannot control the aspects of your own life, you are a slave. I don't care if 50% of the people are good enough for that. It's not good enough for me. And it is not good enough for my children or their children and future generations. And I will fight to my death to restore freedom and liberty.